Do you know that we are so much aware of our old life? We are so much aware of our old life, which we used to live, than what God has already made us to be in Christ Jesus. Do you know that we are so much sin conscious than our identity right now in Christ Jesus? Do you know that sin consciousness, or we are so much trapped in sin consciousness than who we are in Christ Jesus? The Bible calls us saints. The Bible calls us holy. The Bible calls us the righteousness of God. But do you know that Satan has made it possible for us as believers in Christ to believe more in our sin consciousness than believing in the righteousness of God, in who we are in Christ Jesus. That's why every time we are being dragged back, okay, we are always under condemnation. We are always under guilt. We are always under failure. We are always under fear. Why? Because always we are dragged, we are still trapped into this sin consciousness. Now listen to what Paul says to the Corinthians when he was writing to them. In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 34, Paul charged them this way. He said, awake to righteousness, and sin not. Awake right now to righteousness and sin not. Because you are no longer under the law, but you are now under grace. What the law does is always to remind you your past life. It is always to make you sin. This is what the scriptures is teaching us. What the law does is, because the strength of sin is the law, according to the book of Corinthians. Okay? It will always push you. Okay? It will always remind you. You will always have that consciousness of sin. Okay? Paul is saying that please wake up. Wake up to righteousness. Okay? You are no longer a sinner. Now you are the righteousness of God. You are the holiness of God. This is who you are right now in Christ Jesus. Paul is saying, please wake up. Wake up. Stop, my brothers and sisters. Stop. Okay? Nurturing this sin consciousness in your life. Wake up. You need to wake up. This is what Paul is saying. He's telling us. awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have known the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame. There are so many people who are believers, who are in the circles of believers, but they don't have the knowledge of God. They don't understand this doctrine of righteousness. They don't know that they are holy and righteous. Therefore, because of that, they live under guilt, under condemnation,